tutorial today. Today, I want us to look at Rutherford's model of an atom. Rutherford discovered this by directing alpha particles onto a gold foil. And in this experiment, he also had the screen. And this screen would simply help us to observe the deflection of the alpha particles. According to J.J. Thornton's model, the atom is made up of a positively charged sphere with electrons embedded in it. So Rutherford expected that since the atom was like that, then majority of the alpha particles would pass through and change. And if they are there, then we shall have very few deflected through small angles. So that is what Rutherford expected basing on J.J. Thornton. However, Rutherford observed the following. He observed that majority of the alpha particles passed through the gold foil and deflected by simply seeing the images they make on the screen. Very few were deflected through small angles, and very few were deflected through large angles. Then we had almost zero deflected at 100 degrees, and that is bouncing back. Okay, so basing on those observations from Rutherford's experiment, Rutherford was able to conclude the following about the atom, and this is what Rutherford was able to conclude. Okay, so when we look at the particles of alpha, those are the green particles moving through and those ones colliding. So let us start with the first particles that pass through. What does that mean? It meant that the majority passing through means that most of the atom is an empty space. That's why majority were able to pass through unchanged or undeflected. Those deflected through small angles and large angles meant that we have a central part which is causing the deflection. And since the alpha particles are positively charged, then the deflection or the repulsion we are getting is because the part, that is the central part, is also positively charged. And to confirm that, we can see the red line is that the alpha particles, which had the chance to collide head-on with that central part, which is positively charged, were able to be repelled or deflected with very large angles and almost bouncing back to where they came from. So that is Rutherford's model of an atom, and this is what he concluded.